gotta warm up a little bit for this one, but
Sorry.
it's warm already.
I think this music's kind of hype, so get loose.
Oh, I forgot to turn off the fan. Is that gonna be alright?
I can't hear it, so we'll see.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of Best of 5. Hope you guys are good.
Greeley Stampede edition.
Yes.
As always, my name is Chris. This is G, and we have some special guests in here today. Would you guys like to introduce yourself with your title and everything?
My name is Justin Watada. I am the general manager of the Greeley Stampede.
I'm Kevin McFarling. I'm the marketing coordinator for the Stampede.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys stopping by. So kind of what we're doing here today, we're going to do a little bit of promo stuff and a little bit of Best of 5 all rolled into one. So it should be a great couple podcasts. We have 5 total podcasts coming out, you guys. Each one released on a different day to kind of hype up everybody for the Stampede.
It's back, baby.
It's back. That's one of the most important things that, I don't know, it's always one of my favorite times of the year because I love it. So, I don't know, G, you kind of got burnt out on it a little bit. So.
Yeah, well, I grew up here in Greeley, so, it's just, after a while, it was kind of fun, like a high school reunion, but you guys do have some concerts that, actually my first concert was at the Stampede, ironically enough, so.
Yeah, my first concert I've ever been to, like, without my parents, was the Doobie Brothers at the Greeley Stampede, so. Pretty excited.
That's an interesting first concert.
Yeah, I agree.
Mine was All American Reject, so it was,
nice.
that was an interesting one. I was like 13. I was like, what is going on, man? So,
it's a good time.
It's all good. So, yeah, how are you guys coping with everything? I mean, has it been like extra this year with kind of catching up with last year not happening and things like that, or how's the process going this year?
This year it's just been totally different. It's nothing to compare it to. So this will be my 16th Stampede coming up, and it's been something that as much planning, usually it takes us over a year to start planning things, and now we went from a whole year of no to go. Now we're behind. So we're trying to do our best to get as many Stampede traditions back this summer, so people that are used to coming down to Island Grove Park during the Stampede, when they come back this year, will be very similar or close to what we've had in the past.
Nice. And this is 99, right?
Correct.
Yeah, 99 years, man. Wow. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Rocking them up.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, how the effect of, because I remember last year when they got canceled, it seemed very, like, sudden and just, like, kind of heart-wrenching a little bit, just because it was, like, these acts are coming up, this is happening, and then all of a sudden it's just like, well, no, it's not. I mean, how do you guys recover from something like that in a sense of, like...
lots of therapy.
I think we all went through some of that last year for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard. I mean, because we were in the midst of planning everything, and we were ready to rock and roll, and all of a sudden it was like, pump the brakes, and we had to stop everything that we were doing and like wait basically and see what COVID was going to do and how it was going to impact us and our community.
Yeah, when it first happened, it was like, all right, it's just going to pass, a couple weeks, we're going to delay. And then all of a sudden, when it got serious enough where the health director, talking to them closely, where we just had to cancel and start working on this year's event. And then even, 6 months before this year's event, there were so much uncertainties that we're still trying to work our way through that.
Yeah, last year was pretty rough. I mean, it's one to forget for sure, but I mean, did you guys bring a lot of acts back from last year or anything like that? Like, how's the lineup looking this year?
I mean, the lineup's looking great. I mean, we weren't able to retain all of the artists that we had previously announced, but we have most of them. And so, I mean, coming up for this year, we have Dwight Yoakam, Three Doors Down, Toby Mac, Dylan Scott, and Hardy and Lauren Elena.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think it's a pretty solid lineup. I'm pretty excited for Three Doors Down because, I mean, back in high school, Kryptonite was dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw those guys one time, and it was awesome, and I definitely want to go back and check them out for sure.
I think with those, it's kind of like with Three Doors Down specifically, it's like you remember that one song, but then they start playing more and more songs. You're like, have you also seen that one?
I remember that.
That's definitely true.
I'm going to have to go to that one for sure if I have a chance to do it, so. But yeah, so I mean, any other events that you guys are kind of adding to this year to kind of, hype up the people or anything like that? Like, do you guys have anything else besides, like, the concert series obviously is really good. Mm-hmm. You guys are bringing back the rodeo as well.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else that kind of goes into that realm of things?
I think the biggest thing that people, when they're coming out here, is this year will be a modified event, meaning that we're trying to do our best, like I said, to bring everything. But our concert lineup, kind of our niche is that concert package that you can come out for all 5 concerts for $100. So it breaks down to $20 a concert.
Yeah.
So affordable family fun that people can come out multiple times during our 11 days, come out for the rodeo one day, a concert the other. And then we're just trying to get back to it, it's time to get back to Stampede and bring the community back.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I remember last year, like, obviously during all this happening, like the spirit of the Stampede was still around. I know that there was like food trucks around all of Greeley that kind of had like the funnel cakes and like the turkey legs, right?
Right.
Things like that.
That was kind of fun. Yeah.
That was pretty dope just to see it like at Green Earth and like around downtown. So I'm excited for that. Like the food court that's where it's at, man. That's
You got to get. I mean, that's the
cheat
one thing we missed last year was the funnel cakes and turkey legs and everything. And so I think our food court is gonna be really popular this year because everybody's missing out on all that junk food that they've been wanting forever.
that summer junk food that's just always there. Yeah,
strawberry lemonades and all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of want some now, man.
Yeah, right.
It's hot enough, man. It just all sounds delicious. Yeah.
That's gonna be fun to fix. I just kicked the microphone stand.
All right, so when it comes to something like the Stampede, what does it take? How many people are involved? Like, how do you get something like that, especially after COVID, like kind of running? Obviously, it's not just you two; it's a whole committee. It's a whole kind of
committee, and there's wranglers and volunteers that do all.
I love the wranglers. Shout out to the wranglers.
Yeah, it's a small army for sure.
So yeah, there's 6 full-time staff put on the Stampede, and then we're governed by a board of directors, our committee. There's 11 of them, and then we have over 300 wrangler volunteers that are our key force, and then all these other groups that come out and volunteer during the Greeley Stampede help put us on. So it was pretty interesting this last year by not having the Stampede and then talking to all the other groups that usually rely on the Stampede for their fundraiser, that it impacted more than just, the Greeley Stampede, all these church groups and everything that rely on that as a fundraiser.
Yeah, because my daughter goes to Greeley Central, and their athletic program does a lot of the trash pickup and helps out with that. So it's awesome they actually got a chance to do it this year.
Actually, that's how I went to my first year of like the All American Rejects. Like, yeah, it's a free concert, but you have to come in and pick up trash afterwards. I was like, that should be fun. Why not?
Yeah, whatever.
I'm like, this kind of sucks, man. I don't know, but I mean, it's awesome. I love the fact that there's that community engagement towards just bringing them in. It's like, hey, you come clean up for us. You can, free concert or free roadie or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's a huge fundraiser for a lot of organizations. I mean, we donate back a lot of money to the community because, we are a community celebration. So it makes sense for us to have that connection to all of these other organizations that can help us put together the event.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. I mean, huge shout out to all the people like involved with that because I can't imagine something like a simple production as a podcast is easy for me to do, but imagine doing like a huge like event like that. Oh, man.
A whole like festival week long.
Do you guys know everybody like by name?
No,
I mean bar mitzvahs and birthdays and whatnot.
No, it takes me a while to remember a lot of the names. Right, I recognize the faces as it's get running around, but it's being around there for a long time, especially me being Japanese, they can pick me out right away from the crowd, but me picking them out, it takes me a while. But we have some great volunteers, a lot of them that take their 2 weeks off from their work, their vacation to come out just to help put on the Stampede. Yeah.
That's wild, man.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. Those are the unsung heroes of the Stampede.
Definitely,
for sure,
definitely.
Okay, now you said you've been doing this for...
This will be my 16th Stampede.
That's wild, man.
16.
That's so cool. And have you seen the evolution kind of like grow and like kind of become like what it is now?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different. It's a big event as far as what the Stampede used to be to where it is today. And I know you said you grew up in Greeley, and it's changed a lot from starting from when we implemented that park and mission and had just the gates. It kind of changed the feel to where we are today with that concert package and just the music industry is so competitive between us and Cheyenne and where Denver is that we just kind of find our niche and put on the best Greeley Stampede that we can.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and is it still like the biggest 4th of July parade in the United States? Is it still one of those? Or
it's one of the largest. I mean, our tagline, used to be the world's largest 4th of July rodeo and Western celebration. It's changed a little bit since of that just because of our budget. But as far as the top rodeo contestants coming to Greeley for the Stampede, we're still there. And then for our parade, it's over 100 entries. And so I think what we used to say, it's the largest 4th of July parade west of the Mississippi.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
That is awesome because there's a lot of states in between there that love America.
But also like we never use that like tagline ever. Like it's always like east of the Mississippi. It's like Come the
west side.
We got things going on over here.
Nice.
So.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say.
Me? No,
yeah,
you.
Me?
No, you go.
Us.
No.
We.
But yeah, I was gonna say. So in best of 5 fashion, I think it's time for the hat.
You beat me to it. Yeah. So if you guys have never seen our show, what we do is on our podcast we do 5 subjects. We talk about it for 7 minutes. We're gonna do one subject right now, and we'll do a random subject every single show that we do, and we'll talk about it for 5 minutes and see what happens. But this is all Stampede.
All Stampede themed. So all right.
Oh, it's over here. Since you guys are the guests, you guys pick from the hat.
And give it a nice little shake.
Go ahead, Kevin.
You want me to do it?
And I'm sorry if you can't read the handwriting, and it's abbreviated. So
he pulled 2.
Oh, I'll let the one on the
2.
floor stay. Stay on the floor. Oh, this is like sticky noted together. Favorite carnival ride?
Oh, all right. Favorite carnival ride.
I love it. All right. 5 minute timer starting now. All right. Favorite carnival ride. Now, obviously, we're all pretty
grown.
Yeah, we're probably like, in 16 or
yourself.
17,
I don't know what you're talking
It's,
Yeah. It's been a little while since we've ridden any rides, but I'll definitely say when I was younger and not as heavy, I loved the zipper. But now that I'm a little
zipper,
bigger,
yeah, I love the
going
zipper.
upside down puts a lot of pressure on like the grundle area.
The lower
Yeah, the
regions?
lower region. So that one's not as fun anymore. But
So when's the last time you guys have actually been on a carnival ride?
It's probably since I was in high school, at least at the Stampede.
Yeah,
A couple years ago, we ran the bumper cars with the committee. It was pretty fun.
oh,
That was
that's
awesome,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like probably since high school for me too, man. That's,
Yeah, I mean, we always would come out and like ride the Arctic Rush or the UFO, the Starship
Oh,
2000.
the
Starship
spinny
2000
one.
was my
Yeah,
favorite.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But now that like we were talking about, we're all older gentlemen now. I get dizzy super fast.
Yeah, I
can't do it anymore.
Yeah, the
Like, I get
Starship
sick.
was my favorite ride ever, just because I loved it. And then
It's such a
now
bizarre feeling. Like,
now I'm just totally not in love with it anymore.
I think we're scaring our videographer. He's like 22 and he's just terrified of going older, I guess. So. Yeah, but no, like I said, like I think the zipper was always like the Greeley thing. The Starship 2000 was.
Totally.
I just remember like people like that were cool. We used to like turn backwards, and I was like, dude, if this thing stops, I'm gonna eat it. Like,
Yeah,
I can't-
if you got like the cool carnival worker, he'd let you do it. But if you got like a bad one, he's like, nope, turn around. It's like,
Oh, man,
come
yeah.
on, Chuck, we did this last night. Come
come on. Actually, I did ride the swings. We had that giant
yeah.
swings in 2019.
yeah, I remember
and
that,
For
yeah.
media day, they had us ride the swings, and I gotta say, I got up there like I didn't realize this was gonna go so high. Let's be relaxed.
Yeah, it's like the little kiddie one that you thought it was. It's like 5
Yeah, but then it
feet
just
off the
keeps
ground.
going higher and higher up, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And you get more and more like horizontal with the ground.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing is like I mean I don't know. I guess I haven't been to the carnival in years for sure. But is there like I feel like there obviously has to be some like new changes to it, or like some evolutions from like the '90s, definitely.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Like is the zipper still there? Like is that a thing?
I think that's a classic.
Yeah,
As far as
it-
I know, Zipper's still coming. But I don't know. I haven't seen the list.
I don't actually know if the exact
Well,
zipper is coming. I don't know the names. I'd have to see what the picture looks like.
That's
And,
the one
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like the thing.
It, like, spins and spins at the
Oh,
same time.
it spins it over and over. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that the one where you stand up against the wall?
It's like no. So
Oh.
it's like turning.
Yeah, you sit in like a cage.
Well, it's like
It looks
rotating.
like
It's so
an oval.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind of looks like the fan, but then like goes around like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe.
yeah. I mean because
But it is a classic. But I think
It definitely is a
they
classic.
try to bring new rides. I think at least a couple every year.
I wonder if there's just like a warehouse or just like inventory of just carnival rides, and you're like, oh, let's take this one this year. Or
This
that
one looks good. Let me just grab that
Kind
one.
of
from
like an inflatable thing.
They have to be
Yeah.
manufactured somewhere.
It is
Yeah.
crazy. There's actually a place out by Fort Morgan that makes carnival rides not just for here but worldwide.
Still, that's
Yeah.
wild.
That's
dude.
crazy. I didn't know
I've
that.
always thought the same like carnival. That they'd never made a carnival ride until like they stopped like in '95 or something because they all look like from the '70s or like.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in Greece. Like,
They all have a very unique aesthetic when it comes to all the carnival rides. So.
That's the style.
so
Yeah.
wait, so the slingshot's still coming, right? I know that's like a huge one that a lot of people love doing. Or is
The
that?
one
yeah.
Yeah.
that hasn't been the Stampede for years.
Really?
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
that scares the snot out of people.
Yeah,
I actually
it
rode
does.
that twice, and it's terrifying.
I've actually never done that. I think because I was like $20. No, I'm good. Like 15-year-old G, like kind of.
It is
like,
kind of weird to pay that much money
gas
to
money.
like have the wits scared out of you,
Oh,
basically,
definitely.
and have a funny video of
There
you
is
crying.
there's a video of this guy who like lost his like fake teeth. He
In,
just looks like all hillbilly afterwards. And he's just like, I lost my teeth, and he's just like like the girl's just laughing the whole time.
Yeah, the slingshot videos are kind of funny because like it shows people getting super freaked out, and then all of a sudden they're just like,
They pass out.
yeah.
I mean,
it's so crazy.
The DMX one, rest in peace. That one's pretty funny because it just sounds like he's just like doing like backtrack vocals for himself, and he's just like, no, what?
It sounds like we need to have you guys out to the carnival for a little
I think
updated ride.
They should do
I-
a live podcast from the carnival.
I'm
think-
down for that, man. We record the podcast while we're on the rides. Yeah, is that possible? Can we make that happen?
It'll be
We
interesting.
need some GoPros and some mics that we can just clip on
Yeah,
right here. I think
Sure.
it'll be
Yeah.
Sure, we'll
Hell
get that
no.
pirate ship one that rocks back.
Oh,
and
dude, the
forth,
swinging
and you
ship
guys-
thing? Yeah.
Subject
I love
number
that
one,
one.
throw up. It's
We'll
not
just,
really the
yes.
subject.
We'll just throw water up to you while you guys keep going round and around and around.
Yeah, set a record for longest swinging ship sesh.
It's either that or the teacups, and you guys.
Oh,
gotta
the
spin.
teacups would probably make me barf.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that's the last time I think I can remember riding a carnival ride was like, it's the teacups basically, but it's the bears or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And then the dude I was,
Oh, the bears are my favorite.
yeah,
dude.
I had set with some random person in the bear, and that's the worst because they just sit there and spin the table, and I'm just like,
Let me out.
All right. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we have to do the carnivals this year, man. Or
Yeah.
for sure. Get that bracelet. On the brace tonight.
oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That's peak carnivals
You
with the
can definitely
bracelet.
tell we grew up in Greeley. We know all this. And that is time, you guys.
That's time.
Yeah, so
All right.
Cool. Well, yeah. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah.
This is a part 1 of a part 5 series, so make sure you guys tune in however you listen to these wonderful podcasts. And
Yeah, this will be going up on our Spotify, Apple Music, or I don't know. You do the podcast ones. I do the YouTube.
however you listen to podcasts, especially on iHeartRadio, we will be on there as well. And it'll be also on our YouTube channel. And I think in other places as well.
Yeah, so if you're checking this out on YouTube, definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And definitely a huge shout out to the Greeley Stampede, Kevin and Jeremy. And then also shout out, or Justin, sorry Justin. Kevin and Justin.
Slacker, not doing his research.
I know, right? And huge shout out to iHeart for getting this all together. I know, you guys interrupted me. All right, this is only the first one.